Allowing yourself to feel your feelings, giving validity to your feelings, and accepting and loving yourself, regardless of what feelings you're having, is not the same thing as giving in to your feelings, letting your feelings dictate all your behaviors and actions, letting them rule you. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I think a lot about feelings. I'm a very feely kind of person, a very emotional person. A lot of my life I was kind of criticized for being oversensitive or overreactive, and still that happens to me. However, I think I've made a lot of good progress in the last few years with some deliberate changing, transforming of my weaknesses into strengths, my vulnerability into empowerment. And part of that has been really learning to pay attention to what emotions, what feelings I'm having, and acknowledge them, accept them, and at the same time not give in to them. Hold on, please. So as I was saying, I think it's really important to pay attention to our feelings, our emotions, and there's no feeling or emotion that's wrong necessarily. However, as I've been paying more attention to them, what I've realized is that some serve me much better than others. Some of my negative emotions are like just limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns that I developed when I was very young as coping mechanisms for better and worse. And now that I'm an adult with all these goals, that a lot of those coping mechanisms need upgrading. So that's part of it. So it's not that I'm thinking the feeling is wrong, but I'm able to not let it dictate my behavior so much. And part of becoming a leader and a boss, as Lily Singh would say, is controlling your emotions. Not that you don't feel them, not that you don't allow yourself to process them, but you don't let them. If you catch yourself feeling reactive, you remove yourself, calm yourself down, self-soothe. You don't lash out at people you love or people who work for you, or people who you're interacting with, because that causes damage to relationships, and it's not an effective way of communicating. Almost always, very rarely is losing your temper the best way of communicating. Now, sometimes it happens, and sometimes it still works out to be, good in the long run. In fact, everything works out in the long run, right? There's no real wrong. However, it's just an interesting dichotomy or shift that's happening for me as I legitimize, pay attention, turn around and give space for feeling my emotions, and at the same time hold myself to a standard of not allowing myself to just be controlled by my emotions, not allowing my emotions to cause me to act in or speak in ways that are outside of the way that I want to act and speak. The more I'm able to do that, the more I'm having more positive emotions and fewer negative emotions. The more I am able to shift my beliefs about myself, about my emotions, shift my beliefs about things that used to upset me, that no longer, I realize, don't have to upset me, and in fact being upset over them was just a silly thing that was causing more upsetness down the road. So figuring that out has been a really helpful thing for me, and that's why I share it with you. I'd love to know if you care to share in the comments. If you what do you think about your emotions? Do you find them valuable? Do you use them as a guidance system? Are they like a wrecking ball in your life, which I can relate to? Mine have been at times. I would love to know if you care to share in the comments. As always, you can find other ways to contact me, connect with me, and support me in the description below, or wherever the description's being kept these days. Today it's below, in theory. And until next time, I wish you peace, prosperity, positivity, productivity, adventure, expansion, love, lightheartedness, laughter, potential, creativity, playfulness. Don't forget to drive forward.